One of the things I noticed about my white mom is she didn't have any foundational relationships with black women, but yet had a myriad of black men in her circle. So when I see a biracial child being raised by a woman who doesn't even have black women in her proximity, but can tokenize black men, this indicates to me that there is a dislike for black women. And if they have a black daughter,
okay, so one thing needs to be addressed before we get into this. Of course, I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna let y'all fill in the blank. Biracials are not black. So she said, yeah, if this white woman has a black daughter, there's no way a white woman can have a black daughter unless she's a surrogate for a black couple, I guess, But what I mean is biologically, a white woman cannot be the mother of a black daughter. She can adopt a black daughter. She can be a surrogate for a black daughter, but she cannot be the biological mother of a black daughter, okay? So a white woman can only ever have either a white child or a biracial child. No way she's having a black child, right? But let's get into this. Let's really get into this because this does need to be discussed. On YouTube, I've discussed this idea of the acceptable group of blackness, right? And basically, to sum that up, what I mean when I say that is that there's no way a non-black person can only be racist against some black people. There's no way. There's no way they can be like, oh, I don't like black Americans, but I like black Africans. Or, oh, I don't like black Africans, but I like black Americans, right? There's no way they can say, oh, I don't like black men, but I like black women. Or I don't like black women, but I like black men, right? They hate all of us. Absolutely they do. But this is the thing about non-black people, especially white people. They're very cunning, okay? Like, now they might act stupid, but they really not though. They're really not though, right? So they recognize in today's climate, there may be some negative repercussions for coming right out and saying, yeah, I'm racist, I hate black people, right? So they very rarely do that. Once in a while, you come across one of them who does, right? But very rarely do they do that. Instead, they play these little mind games. So they'll, feel out the environment and figure out what the acceptable group of black people is to hate in that environment. You often hear a lot of black men saying, oh, non-black women love us. They just don't like black women, right? So there's a problem with black women. It's not all of us. It's just black women, right? You often hear Africans and Caribbeans saying, oh, white people love us. We're the model minorities of black people. So it's not all black people. It's just black Americans who are the problem. So and so and so, right? You often hear this. Okay, a lot of black people fall for this. Absolutely, right? But this is the thing. Do you really think that when them folks go to their KKK meetings, they're going to be like, yeah, we're only targeting the black Americans. We're not going to target Africans or Caribbeans. Or, oh, we're only targeting black women. We're not going to target black men. Do you really think that? Like, if you think that, then I think you're very stupid, okay? But I mean, hey, like, we all have our opinions, right? Now, I'm saying all this to say something because this biracial woman spoke about how oftentimes you see white women, they're never around black women, but they'll be around a bunch of black men, right? And she said, oh, like they tokenize black men, but they don't like black women. But guess what? They don't like black men either, girl. Like, they don't like black men either, girl. Because, again, like I said, there's no way you can hate some black people, but not others. Now, this is the thing, right? Recognizing that black people are attractive doesn't mean that you're not racist. Like, yeah, we look good. Absolutely, right? That doesn't mean that you're not racist. So it's possible to be attracted to black people and like be in relationships with black people and even have children with black people and still not like black people, right? Like, you don't like any black people. It's not, oh, I like black people of this gender but not the other. You don't like any black people. I will never forget when I got a comment under my YouTube many years ago when I was new to content creating, right? And it was from a white guy. He commented under my video and he called me a jogger. So for those of you all who don't know, white people will often use the word jogger in place of the N-word with a hard ER. Because if you comment the N-word with a hard ER, then the comment's going to get removed. Every platform recognizes that as a slur, right? So they'll say jogger instead. And that's because they're making fun of the way that Ahmaud Arbery was murdered while he was jogging, right? So he came and he left this comment under my YouTube. He said jogger. And I said, shit, my big ass need to go for a jog. Shoot, like that don't offend me, baby. Like, come on now, right? Would you believe that this man replied to me and he said, no, don't say that. You're beautiful. I'm racist and even I can see that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? You, huh? But that was a very eye-opening experience for me because I mean, even white people recognize that it's possible to be attracted to black people and still be racist. So I'm confused on why black people and biracials are still sitting here thinking that a white person being attracted to somebody who is attractive means that they're suddenly no longer racist. Like, what? Now, let's get back to what Biracial Becky actually said. She was talking about how, if a white woman hangs around a bunch of black men but not black women, then that clearly indicates she has a dislike for black women, and that will present issues if she has a black daughter. Now, of course, a white woman could never be the biological mother of a black daughter, right? So clearly the daughter is biracial. But let's talk about how deeply white people hate black people to the point where they will hate people who are not even black just because they were around us or got a little bit of drop of black in them or whatever. They will hate their own children. Their children are not even black, right? They will hate their own children for simply being half black, for being part black. Like, do you understand how deep that hatred must go? Like, I don't think y'all get the maternal instinct. Like, if you don't have kids, and I ain't got no kids, so I don't understand it myself. But there was one time where I thought I was pregnant, y'all, and I felt so bad because I was like, baby, you gotta go. Like, we're going to the abortion clinic, good buddy. Like, what? Right? But I felt horrible because from the moment that I thought I was pregnant, there was such a serious connection. Mind you, it wasn't even shit there, right? So imagine if you actually had a damn baby in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? And this baby forms inside of you and all of this stuff. Imagine the maternal connection, right? And these women will hate their kids. Their hatred for black people supersedes any maternal instincts. Like, I don't think y'all are getting how fucking, like, scary that is. I don't think y'all are understanding this. Like, come on now. Let me make it very clear that in no way am I saying only white women hate black people or whatever. Like, that's absolutely not what I'm saying. White men also hate black people just as much as white women, okay? But we're talking about white women because we're talking about biracial kids and most of them have white mothers and stuff. And I'm trying to put this into a language that we will understand because again, I don't think black people in general understand how much these people hate us. Like, you got a lot of black folks walking around talking about, oh yeah, it's 2024, don't no blur, blur, blur. And then you got some who like, okay, they understand that white people hate us, but they don't understand like the full gravity of how much they hate us because it's hard to imagine. But again, think about how strong that maternal instinct is. You telling me that your hatred for black people supersedes that? That's what you're telling me? And then niggas will turn around and be talking about, oh yeah, Becky love me. She just don't like black women because they loud and mackle and them do. Nigga, are you serious? It's time to wake up.